Hello, my beautiful rainbow people. Welcome back to the Book of Zion. This is my solo reading of the Book of Zion in pretty much one setting. I believe I'm going to be able to do this today. So I'm going to download this um, one part right after the other until it's completely online in one day so that everybody in the world can read the prophecy of Israel as it was written by the prophets. And I am declaring myself Zion, the prophet of Israel, in doing so. And today, this time, I'm reading to you from the 19th chapter on. So, I'm going to take up where I left off. Isaiah 51, 7 to 8. Zion 19, 8 and 9. Hearken unto me, ye that know righteousness, the people in whose heart is my law. Fear ye not the reproach of men, neither be afraid of their revilings. For the moth shall eat them up like a garment, and the worm shall eat them like wool. But my righteousness shall be forever, and my salvation from generation to generation. Isaiah 6, 1 to 7, Zion 19, 10 to 17. In the year Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon a throne high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple. Above it stood the seraphim. Each one had 6 wings. With twain he covered his face, with twain he covered his feet, and with twain he did fly. And one cried unto another and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. And the posts of the door moved at the voice of him that cried, and the house was filled with smoke. Then I said, Woe is me, for I am undone, because I am a man of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips. For mine eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts. Then flew one of the seraphim unto me, having a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with tongs from off the altar, and he laid it upon my mouth, and said, Lo, this has touched thy lips, and thine iniquity is taken away, and thy sin purged. Psalms 113, 4 and 5, Zion 19, 18 and 19. The Lord is high above all nations, and his glory above the heavens. Who is like unto the Lord our God, who dwelleth on high? Isaiah 10, 16 to 19, Zion 19, 20 to 23. Therefore shall the Lord of hosts, send among his fat ones leanness, and under his glory shall he kindle a fire, kindle a burning like the burning of a fire. And the light of Israel shall be for a fire, and his Holy One for a flame, and it shall burn and devour his thorns and his briars in one day, and shall consume the glory of his forest and of his fruitful field, both soul and body, and they shall be as when a standard bearer fainteth. And the rest of the trees of his forest shall be so few that a child shall write them. Isaiah 17, 7 to 10, Zion 19, 24 to 27. At that day shall the man look to his Maker, and his eyes shall have respect to the Holy One of Israel. And he shall not look to the altars, the work of his hands, neither shall respect that which his fingers have made, neither the groves nor the images. In that day shall his strong cities be as a forsaken bow, and the utmost branch which they have left because of the children of Israel, and there shall be devastation. Because thou hast forgotten the God of thy salvation, and hast not been mindful of the rock of thy strength, therefore thou shalt plant pleasant plants, and set them with strange slips. Lamentations 4:11, Zion 19:28. The Lord hath accomplished his fury, he hath poured out his fierce anger, and hath kindled a fire in Zion, and it hath devoured the foundations thereof. Isaiah 4:3-5, Zion 19:29-31. And it shall come to pass, that he that is left in Zion, and he that remaineth in Jerusalem, shall be called holy, even every one that is written among the living in Jerusalem. When the Lord shall wash away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning. And the Lord will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion, and upon all her assemblies, a cloud and a smoke by day, and the shining of a flaming fire by night, for upon all the glory shall be a defense. Psalms 18:31-33. Zion 19:32-34. For who is God save the Lord, or who is a rock save our God? For it is God that girdeth me with strength, and maketh my way perfect. He maketh my feet like hinds' feet, and setteth me upon my high places. Psalms 9:14, Zion 19:35. That I may show forth all the praise of the gates of the daughter of Zion, I will rejoice in thy salvation. Psalms 102:9, Zion 19:36. For I have eaten ashes like bread, and mingled my drink with weeping. Daniel 9:3, Zion 19:37. And I set my face unto the Lord God to seek by prayer and supplication with fasting and sackcloth and ashes. Chapter 20. And it shall come to pass. Zechariah 13:4-9, Zion 20:1-6. And it shall come to pass in that day that the prophets shall be ashamed every one of his vision when he hath prophesied, neither shall they wear a rough garment to deceive. But he shall say, I am no prophet, I am a husbandman, for man has taught me to keep cattle from my youth. And one shall say unto him, What are these wounds in thy hands? Then he shall answer, These of which I had when wounded in the house of my friends. Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that is my fellow, saith the Lord of hosts. Smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered, and I will turn my hand upon the little ones. And it shall come to pass that in that land, saith the Lord, 2 parts thereof shall be cut off and die, but the third part shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and try them as gold is tried. And they shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, It is my people, and they shall say, The Lord is my God. Isaiah 40:26-31, Zion 27-12. Lift up your eyes upon high, and behold, who hath created these things, and bringeth out their hosts by number. He calleth them all by names, and by the greatness of his might, for that he is strong in power, not one faileth. Why, saith the Lord, O Jacob, and speaketh, O Israel, my way is hidden from the Lord, and my judgment is passed over from my God? Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting Lord, the Creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary? There is no searching his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and them that have no might he increaseth strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings of eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 5:27, Zion 20:13. Now none shall be weary nor stumble among them. None shall slumber nor sleep. Neither shall they gird their loins be loosened, nor the latches of their shoes be broken. Isaiah 35:10, Zion 20:14. And the ransomed of the Lord shall return with songs and everlasting joy upon their heads. They shall obtain joy and gladness, and sorrow and seeing shall flee away. Psalms 149, 1-2, Zion 20:15-16. Praise ye the Lord, sing unto the Lord a new song, in his praise in the congregation of saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their King. Isaiah 52:11-12, Zion 20:17-18. Depart ye, go ye out from thee, touch no unclean things. Go ye out of the midst of her, be ye clean that bear the vessels of the Lord. For ye shall not go out with haste, nor go by flight, for the Lord will go before you, and the God of Israel shall be your rearward. Isaiah 12:6, Zion 20:19. Cry out and shout, thou inhabitants of Zion, for great is the Holy One of Israel in the midst of thee. Isaiah 50:10, Zion 20:20. Who is among you that feareth the Lord, that obeyeth the voice of his servant, that walketh in darkness and have no light? Let him trust in the name of the Lord, and stay upon his God. Zephaniah 3:9, Zion 20:21. For then I will turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent. Psalms 84:7, Zion 20:22. They go from strength to strength. Every one of them in Zion appeareth before God. Chapter 21. Behold, I will do a new thing. Micah 4:5-13, Zion 21, 1-9. For all people will walk every one in the name of his God, and will walk in the name of the Lord our God forever and ever. In that day, saith the Lord, will I assemble her that halteth, and I will gather her that is driven out, and her that I have afflicted. And I will make her that halteth a remnant, and her that was cast far off a strong nation, and the Lord shall reign over them in Mount Zion from henceforth even and forever. And thou, O tower of the flock, the stronghold of the daughter of Zion, unto thee shall it come, even the first dominion. The kingdom shall come to the daughter of Jerusalem. Now, why dost thou cry aloud? Is there no king in thee? Is thy counsel perished? For pangs have taken hold of thee as a woman in travail. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shalt thou be delivered. There the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies. Now also many nations are gathered together against thee, that say, let her be defiled, and let us eyes look upon Zion. But they know not the thoughts of the Lord, neither understand they his counsel, for he shall gather them as the sheaves into the floor. Arise and thrash, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thy horn of iron, and I will make thy hoofs brass, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people, and I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord, and their substance unto the Lord the whole earth. Isaiah 43:19-22, Zion 21:10-13. Behold, I will do a new thing, now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness, and rivers in the desert. The beasts of the field shall honor me, and the dragon and the owl, because I give water in the wilderness, and rivers in the desert, and give drink to my people, my chosen. This people have I formed for myself, they shall show forth my praise. But thou hast not called upon me, O Jacob, and thou hast been weary of me, O Israel. Isaiah 49, Zion 21:14. O Zion, that bringeth good tidings, get thee up into the high mountain. O Jerusalem, that bringeth forth good tidings, lift up thy voice with strength. Lift it up, be not afraid. Say unto the cities of Judea, behold your God. Isaiah 49:11-13, Zion 21:15-17. And I will make my mountains a way, and my highways shall be exalted. Behold, these shall come from afar, and lo, these from the north, and from the west, and these from the land of Sin. Sing, O heavens, and be joyful, O earth, and break forth into singing, O mountains, for the Lord hath comforted his people, and will have mercy upon his afflicted. Isaiah 49:6, Zion 21:18. And he said, it is a light thing that thou should be my servant, to rise up the tribes of Jacob, and to restore the preserves of Israel. I will give thee for a light of the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the ends of the earth. Isaiah 61:7, Zion 21:19-25. Arise, shine, for the light has come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and to the brightness of thy rising. Lift up thine eyes, and see, all they gather themselves together, they come to thee. Thy sons come from afar, and thy daughters shall be nursed at thy side. Then thou shalt see, and flow together, and thy heart shall fear, and be enlarged, because of the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. The forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee. The multitudes of camels shall cover thee. The dromedaries of Midian and Ephod, all they from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and incense, and they shall show forth the praise of the Lord. All the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered together unto thee. The rams of Nebaha shall minister unto thee. They shall come up with acceptance upon mine altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory. I'm going to leave off there. I am the Zion of the Most High God of Israel, and I love you way too much to say goodbye, so I'm going to say later now.